So, welcome to the first video on this channel, Inferno Science. I welcome you guys. So I would say let's get right started with the volcanic update from December 20th of 2020. Today we have the Zwanozejima Kluszewskoi, I hope I pronounced it right, and Fuego volcanoes. And also the Nyamuragira volcano. So let's go. Zwanozejima increases in Japan the volcanic activity. Suwanose-jima is much more active than in the last few days. The island volcano in southern Japan erupted several ash clouds. You have triggered a 7 VONA warning since yesterday. Volcanic ash was registered at an altitude of 2,100 meters. The clouds were drifting southeast this year. Suwanose-jima erupted 371 times so strongly that air traffic had to be warned of its ash clouds. The picture comes from the archive, the picture that I just showed to you guys about the volcano. Yes, then we will move on to the Kluszewskoi eruption. Activity on the Kluszewskoi continues, as does the trend towards explosive eruptions. The VAAC Tokyo also reported 7 ash clouds on the volcano on Kamchatka, since yesterday, and that's a lot. Here the ash reached a height of 7,350 meters above sea level. The wind carried the clouds in a northwesterly direction, but not only the explosive activity increased, but also the effusive. Mirova registered a high thermal anomaly with an output of 1176 MW. You can see a lava flow on the live cam. It flows on the southwest flank of the volcano. Yes, the volcano has a live cam. I'm just saying that. So if you want, go look it up. Or Volcanoverse live stream. I would recommend you that. Volcanoverse would be on YouTube, or you can also look that up on Google. Very recommended. Fuego often erupts on our live cam, or in general on the live cams. On Fuego you can see frequent explosions today. Glowing tephra rises several hundred meters high and covers the upper flank areas with glowing lava domes. Yesterday, INSEVUMEH reported 6 to 10 eruptions per hour. Glowing material was thrown up to 300 meters high. The shockwaves from the explosions vibrated window panes in villages at the foot of the volcano. And the explosions can be seen as clear peaks on the infrasound seismogram. You can also see a long-lasting signal that could herald a lava flow. Mirova registered a high thermal radiation with an output of 116 MW. Nyamuragira activity confirmed. Last week, there was a photo going around of 2 virus volcanoes, Nyiragongo and Nyamuragira, in the Congo. A red illuminated night sky could be seen over both volcanoes. While lava lake activity on Nyiragongo is well known, the situation on Nyiragongo was unclear, and the exact type of activity could not be determined until today. But we received information from a volcanologist on site that the volcano is erupting and that the photo is current. Since the volcano is controlled by rebels, it is impossible for volcanologists to inspect the crater. So then we are coming to the Etna volcano, which was very active in the last few days, so let's go. Etna swarmquake near the NSEC December 20th, 2020, so today. On Etna in Sicily, the calm is perspective. Yesterday, a swarm quake occurred near the new southeast crater NSEC. The ENGV registered 19-weak tremors with a maximum magnitude of 1.4. The hypercenters were at shallow depths, up to 2 kilometers below sea level. The volcanologists also observed strombolian eruptions from the NSEC. Infrasound sensors also picked up explosion signals from the northeast crater. The tremor fluctuates into the red area. So yeah, that would be everything for volcanic update. So guys, now we are going to talk about seismic activity. So Campi Flegrei, let's go. Swarm of earthquakes rocks Pozzuoli, December 20th, 2020. The Italian caldera volcano Campi Flegrei was shaken by a swarm quake. It started yesterday afternoon, and continued into the early hours of the mornings today. So far, the INGV has registered 30 earthquakes. The strongest had a magnitude of 2.7. The hypocenter was 2.23 kilometers deep. The epicenter of this quake was on the eastern edge of the Solfatara, a little south of the Pisciarelli, Fulmarole. The second strongest quake had a magnitude of 2.3 and rocked the outskirts of Pozzuoli. INGV's weekly bulletin started that inflation remains 1 centimeters per month. The rate had risen in the summer. Until then, the ground was lifting 6 millimeters per month. Since 2011, a ground elevation of 67.5 centimeters has already been added. In weeks 7 to 15th December, 23 weak earthquakes were recorded. The longer inflation lasts, the more likely it becomes that there will be an eruption in the caldera. But so far, no precise prognosis can be made as to when the time will come. Of course, inflation can simply end without an eruption. Voigtland, a swarm quake in the Cheb Basin. In the German Czech a border area of the Cheb Basin, the earth has also been shaking again for a few days. The seismographs registered numerous weak tremors in the area of Cheb Basin. There are methods whose guesses suggests that the swarm quakes are triggered by intrusion of indigenous fluids. Where these fluids come from is controversial. Some scientists argue that a magma body penetrates the Earth's crust. Others assume that the fluids are deep water that is supplied with residual heat by a cooling body of magma and thus comes under pressure and penetrates fault zones. There the earthquakes are triggered by the weather. So yeah, by the water, not weather. Yeah, depends on how much water there is and whatever, and how the water is as well. Also with the degrees, because right now in the winter and stuff. But let's move on. Today there were already 20 tremors with magnitudes above 1.0. The strongest had a magnitude of 2.2. The majority of the vibrations are, however, to be classified in the area of microseismics and have magnitudes smaller than 1.0. Since the swarm began on December 12th, more than 1,000 quakes have been registered. Nevertheless, it is still a comparatively weak swarm. So compared to other swarms, it's pretty weak. So that would be it for volcanic and seismic activity of today. So yeah, that would be it for volcano activity of today. Thank you guys so much for listening, and we will see us hopefully in the next video, and good